It is Catherine from Teaching in the Dark, and on this channel you will find videos about teaching English as a second language online, as well as videos about adapting your life to any kind of challenge. In particular, my challenge is a disability. I am legally blind, and so that is where my experience is. So you will also find videos about adapting and making things work for me as a person who is legally blind. We have lots of fun. I like to say that life can and should be awesome, because really it should, no matter what your circumstances, and you can make it awesome. Today I wanted to come on and talk a little bit about why you shouldn't apply to VIPKid right now. If you're watching this later, we are currently in the middle of a pandemic. The COVID-19 virus is spreading like crazy around the world. Over here in America, we are shutting things down left and right. People are being encouraged to social distance. In many cases now, many states are telling people to stay home. There have been several states that have issued shelter-in-place orders. In my state of Maine, we have not issued that order yet. I would not be surprised to find that it is issued. My city has not issued shelter in place just yet, but for all intents and purposes, that's what we're doing. So, we're going to see how things go. But with people being out of work, people being home, a lot of people are thinking, hey, why don't I give this teaching online thing a try? You have some people who are saying, their spouse is out of work for now, or businesses, maybe you own a business and you're just like, oh my gosh, I need to do something. And so suddenly teaching ESL online is looking like a really good option for a lot of people. And I'm not saying that it isn't a good option, but there are some things that I just would like you to consider if you are considering applying to an online ESL company right now. The first thing is to understand that this is not a short-term fix. Most of these companies do not guarantee that you will actually get booked to teach any students. With most of these companies, you are an independent contractor, and that means that you have to build up your own clientele. You are free to use their platform. You are free to use their curriculum. Most of the companies have their own curriculum, their own lessons. There are a lot of pros to teaching ESL online, but one of the drawbacks is that you are an independent contractor, and so it can take a while. And what I'm hearing right now is there are so many teachers, we have all of our brick and mortar teachers who suddenly find that they're not teaching. So they're opening up the time slots that they might open during the summer to teach right now. We have other people who maybe have more seasonal work who also teach for VIPKid, who are opening up more time slots. Lots of regular teachers are opening up, lots of regular VIPKid teachers or online ESL teachers are opening up extra time slots right now. So you have this flood of current teachers that you might usually see during the summer or during school vacations is happening right now when we don't normally have such a high volume of teachers with spaces open. The other thing that we're seeing right now is, of course, a lot of new teachers coming onto the platform. So there are lots of teachers. That's not to say that you can't make it work, but just be aware, as a brand new teacher, it's going to take probably longer to get your first bookings than it might in March on your average year, which this is not an average year. So that's reason number one. If this is a short-term fix for you and you're just thinking, oh, I'll just apply to one of these companies and become an online ESL teacher, and then I can make money for the next few weeks while everything's going berserk, that probably isn't going to work. So just keep that in mind. The second reason you shouldn't become an online ESL teacher right now is actually something I mentioned a couple minutes ago, and that is that you are an independent contractor. So again, if you are out of work, if your spouse is out of work, you're looking for something to fill in the gaps, normally this can be a good option, but you do need to be aware that as an independent contractor, you do not get health insurance through the company. You have to find your own, and you have to pay your own taxes. So what you see in your bank account, what you see in your paycheck isn't necessarily what you get to keep, because you do have to pay your own taxes. So again, it can be something that works. It can work for a lot of people. A lot of people do this as a side hustle, as something fun. We have a lot of, again, brick and mortar teachers who teach during the regular school year, and then they like to teach VIPKid for summer job, or during vacations or on weekends, or just for something fun or different. And that can be a really great thing to do. But again, I just want to emphasize that if this is a short-term fill in the gaps kind of move for you, the fact that you're an independent contractor and you don't have your own, you don't have health insurance through the company, and you do have to pay your own taxes, can be a drawback. And if you're looking at it thinking, I or my spouse was just laid off, or the business that we were running or that we were a part of closed, and we need something, it can be good for a longer term solution. But for the short term, in the next month or so, if you're planning on being back to work in the next month or so, and this is specifically something you want to do because you think that it will be a quick fix, it won't be. And so in those cases, I really wouldn't encourage you to apply for VIPKid or any of the other online ESL companies. Now, there are still reasons to apply right now, and we're going to go over those. The first reason, and really, I think in my mind, the only reason to still go forward with the application process right now, is if this is something that you have been looking into and you want to do, and you've wanted to do for a while. In that case, I would still apply, and I would still encourage you to apply. You might say, oh, I've been looking at VIPKid and it looks like a really fun job. And maybe the circumstances right now are simply the catalyst for you applying, because you have the time right now to do the application and to just get yourself doing something. Sometimes you just need something to do, and this is a really great thing to do while you're waiting for life to return to normal. If this is something that, if teaching ESL or ESL online is something that you actually want to do long term. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to specifically have lots and lots of time after the world stops going crazy and life returns to normal. If your normal job picks back up, the beauty of VIPKid is that you are not required to teach a minimum number of classes in any given amount of time. You are not required to open a certain number of spots every week for students to book with you. So if you don't have time when this is all over to teach 5, 6, 7, 8 classes a day, a week, whatever the number is that's in your head right now, that's perfectly fine. You can teach on the weekends if you want. You can just teach maybe 1 or 2 classes a week if you wanted to keep your clientele up. If you're a brick and mortar teacher and you know you won't have any time to teach at all during the school year, that's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. Apply now. Get your foot in the door, get your profile all set up, and take advantage of this time specifically while you don't have other things going on to build your student base and to get the reviews from parents so that when you do have to dramatically cut back on the amount of time you're putting into your VIPKid business, it's okay. You can weather that more easily, and you're not struggling, wondering, oh, why am I not getting bookings? And people are saying, oh, you need to open up so many slots, and you're over here saying, but I can't. I need sleep because I have another job, or I have kids who have things that need doing, and my partner works, so that person can't be home with them, and all this other stuff that's going on, and you can only teach 1 or 2 classes a week. You will actually have students for those time slots that you are able to open because you've been able to use this time to build up your student base and to get your profile really strong and to get your parent feedback and get lots of it. That would be my advice. If this is something that you want to do in the short term, you really only want to do it right now because you suddenly are finding that you and or your partner are out of work and you need something to do because you need some money coming in, but you don't plan on continuing with this past this pandemic that we're all going through right now, I would not apply to VIPKid. I would not apply to any other online ESL company because it will take too much time and effort right now to actually see any results. And so the only way to really keep those results is to build up the business over time and actually build up a student base. And it's just not something, assuming that this is all over in a few weeks, maybe, hopefully not, but maybe even a couple of months, assuming that life goes back to normal in that time period, it's just not enough time. If all you want is for a quick fix right now, it's not enough time. However, if this is something you've been wanting to do for a while and suddenly find that you have time, or you think would actually be something that you would enjoy doing in the future, and you have the time right now to build up your student base and get your business going, get your profile nice and strong, so that when you have to scale back, when things go back to normal and you go back to work, your partner goes back to work, family life returns to normal, you can still have your regular students on those few slots that you are able to open, then I would say go for it. And if you would like help through the hiring process, I am very happy to help you. My referral link is in the description box down below. Again, keep in mind why you want to apply and if this really is the right move for you right now. It may be, it may not be. And please, 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 if it is not the right move for you, do not apply. It's just going to end up being frustrating. So those are my honest thoughts. I really don't want anyone to apply thinking, oh, it's going to be such a great quick fix and I'm going to make all this money right away, because it really does take a while. If you are interested, check out my referral link down below. I would love to help you through the hiring process. And if you use my referral link, it makes it a lot easier for me to help you, because then I can actually see where you are in the process. They'll give me a little bit more information going forward than if we're just emailing. However, if you have questions or need some additional help, check out my email address. Shoot me an email and ask away. I am happy to answer questions. My email address is also in the description box down below, catherine.teachinginthedark@gmail.com. And if you do use my referral link, please also email me so that I have some contact information for you. That is one thing VIPKid will not give me, is your contact information for anyone who uses my referral link. So I do actually need that initial email from you so that I can help you and I can answer your questions and we can communicate. All right. I hope this was helpful. I had a very different video planned for today, but with everything I've been hearing lately, I just wanted to sort of clarify and add my 2 cents worth to help you consider all of your options. So, all right. Thank you. I hope you all are well and safe. And until next time, bye.